Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC in the city of Rome, troubled by civil war. Some legends say he was the first child to roundhouse kick his way out of his mother's belly and invent the Caesarean section. This was not the case. The name Caesar comes from a Latin word meaning to cut, so in a way, Caesar was named after the Caesarean section and not the other way around. Like all of us, Caesar was being pressured to work his way up from the Roman political system and take up some office job. But he just gave everyone the finger as he left to get married, make some powerful drinking buddies, and educate himself abroad. Once he was back in Rome in 78 BC, he started working on improving his popularity. Unlike most Romans, Julius Caesar wasn't that invested in drunken orgies. Instead, he spent his time holding games, shows, gladiator fights, and enormous feasts that left him indebted most of his life. Bribing and entertaining officials worked like magic, and in just 5 years, Caesar made it to the office of chief priest and was later elected consul. But that wasn't enough for Caesar, who wanted to impress his superiors for a promotion. When Gaul asked for help, he fended off a few German and Helvetian attacks, but when he was done, he thought it would be fun to conquer the rest of the country. And so he did. The locals didn't take that very well, and they launched a massive uprising led by Vercingetorix, which suffered a great defeat against the Roman consul. Victory didn't calm him down, and he kept waging wars on other countries, so many that he eventually conquered 800 cities and 300 tribes. This campaign landed him a permanent spot on the list of badasses of history, as well as that promotion he wanted so badly. He was now governor of Gaul. Back home, Caesar wasn't popular, and the Senate asked him to resign in 50 BC. He wasn't gonna have any of that shit, and escaped to Italy by crossing the Rubicon River with his army, starting a civil war. He conquered Rome in 49 BC, and then took a trip to Egypt to defeat his competition Pompey, dethrone Ptolemy XIII, and have some sexy fun with Cleopatra. Naughty Julius then earned the right to say, I came, I saw, I conquered. After having kicked ass in Egypt, North Africa, Spain, Greece, and Italy, he decided to go back and show his balls to the rest of Rome, and was appointed dictator for life. He reinstated order by appointing police forces, changed the political system, and abolished taxes. More importantly, he changed the lunar calendar and introduced the leap year. However, the Senate was worried that Caesar was getting too powerful and that he was going to rule as king. So fearing for the Republic, Brutus and Cassius devised a plan to assassinate Caesar. Brutus's treachery was very hurtful to Caesar because they had a father-son relationship. It also helped that he was banging his mother. Only 5 months later, Brutus and Cassius led Caesar into a back room and stabbed him 23 times. He died on the Ides of March in 44 BC. Caesar's rule was a turning point in the history of Rome. He ended the 500-year-long republic and basically kick-started the great Roman Empire, although he wasn't an emperor himself. Many regard him as the greatest historical figure of all time, but what we do know for sure is that he was a brilliant politician, an orator, a military and tactical genius, and a badass general. He made Rome the shit through his reforms, and even to this day, we still use his calendar. Hi, subscribe for more videos and like our Facebook page, the link's in the description, and we'll see you soon.